Worship here, welcoming you back to my channel. Now, unfortunately, this had to be take two because there was an issue with my green screen that it was showing a little bit of the background, and I don't want that happening because I want you guys to just see me and the whiteboard. That's all the important things to see. So I have to record this video again. But at least know that there's not going to be any issues with regards to anything else. Hopefully, this has solved the problem. And of course, I'm going to be able to make everything work the way that it should work. So, in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the minor pentatonic scale. Now, in the last video, which you will see in the card here, I talked about the major pentatonic scale and how to basically decipher the major pentatonic and stuff like that. Now in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the minor pentatonic and how to calculate it and how to use the leapfrog game in the major pentatonic video in order to help you with the minor pentatonic video. Now hold on, let me just drink some water. Now, for you to be able to learn this video, to learn the content, and for the content learned in this video to be easier for you, I would suggest learning the major pentatonic scale, the major scale, the minor scale, and the major minor relatives in order for you to be able to get into this video. Because you're going to be using them in this video. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to write down the major scale, and then we're going to write down what we're going to use to convert. Let me make sure that everything is okay. Sorry, I just had to make sure that everything is okay with the green screen so that way it doesn't show anything else. So I think everything is all right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to write down the major scale. All right? And this is the major scale. I'm going to go to the whiteboard. If you see me moving over to the left, don't worry, still here. So let's just go on to writing the major scale. Now the major scale is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. Now this is the C major scale. Now what we're going to figure out is, first off, we got to figure out what is the minor pentatonic, the minor scale. Now for minor scales, unlike major scales, which only have one scale, there's only a major scale, there are three basic minor scales. There's the natural, there's the melodic, and then there's the harmonic minor scales. Now, we need to figure out what minor scale to use. Now, if you look at the major scale, there's only one scale, regular major scale. Now, to come with the minor scale, we have to use these letters that are right here, because that is the game that we're going to be using for this video. Now, the melodic and the harmonic minor scales would not use these. So because they won't use these, and because major scales are just regular major, we have to use the regular minor scale. Now, if you know about major and minor relatives, you know that in order to find out the minor scale, you got to go backwards too from the tonic of the scale, which is C. So we're going to go from here, 1, 2. So that's A. So we're going to write down the A minor scale by focusing on A and going back to A using the information that we used in the major scale. So we can start off with A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and A again. So now we got the A minor scale, which is the scale we're going to be using for this game. Now, this is the minor relative to the major scale. And like I said before, if you want to know why I'm using this, is because they're the major minor. But if you want to learn more about that, then refer to the other video where I'm going to be talking about major and minor relatives. Now, we need to figure out what are we going to do with this game of leapfrog and how we figure out the minor pentatonic scale. So now we're going to put the numbers again like we did in the major. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the octave. So now we have, let me see, how does it show up on, I guess I could darken the one. Now that looks better. So now we have to figure out, how do we calculate the minor scale? And part of what we're going to use, well, we're going to use the rules, the same rules. The frog can go, I'm going to use this as a premise. 1.5, 1.5, 2, 2.5, and 3. And I did not write that correctly. Let's try this again. So we have 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3. So we have those, and we have this. So in other words, so the rules from the last game are 0.5s moves. That does not look like an S. 0.5 moves are illegal. And the reason why is because the frog has a powerful jump. So the frog can jump and jump and jump. Now the frog, I'm going to get funny here. The frog has actually taken a lot of steroids, and the frog cannot, under any circumstances, go through whole step, cannot go through half step or semitone jumps. So because of that, 0.5 moves are illegal. The least number of the least number that it could jump is 1 number. So from here to here cannot be done. Here to here is correct. But it can't go from 1 to 1.5, but 1 can go into 2. 1 could go into 2.5 if it wanted to, and it could go into 3. But 1 cannot go into 1.5. That is the main rule in this game. So, that's the first rule. The second rule is the frog can only use information from the major relative. So, frog can only use major relative info. That is the other part of this game. Frog can only use major relative info, and that 5 moves or half moves are illegal. So, we can start plotting information already. So, under this, we can see now we have to factor one thing in. Ones are always going to be leapfrogs. Ones are always going to be ones are always going to be lily pads, because of the fact that ones are the base of this scale. So ones are always going to be included as lily pads. As you think that I did not draw that properly, so let me at least do that again. One with that. Much better. So that basically means that one has to be there. Has to. Now, we just said that Frog can only use information involving the minor, the major relative, and we also said that Frog can only do 1 jumps, not 0.5 jumps, 1 jumps. And the relation between B and C are halves, so that's illegal. So we're going to go like this and cross that over. And we're also going to cross over from E to F. Now, because those letters are already out of question, there are 2 letters. Since those 4 are in question, we don't know which ones to circle. Just because they're illegal, those 2 letters, relationships are illegal, doesn't mean that both of them are illegal. I just said that let me refer to the pointer. So in this game, I never said that we can't put lily pads on either one of these 2. What I'm saying is that you cannot, under circumstances, move from one to the other. So that means that we can't, that means that one of these cannot work. And the same goes for these 2. Now I think let me fix, okay. Let me go right there. And let me just go right there. So that means that that one of these letters involved is not, you will not have a lily pad. And the same goes for this. Now, that means that we got 2 letters left. Now, those do get lily pads because we can say that this is, without a shadow of a doubt, a lily pad. And the reason why we can say that is because pentatonic, as I said in the major, penta means 5, which means that we got to have 5 letters. Now, if we notice, this one we don't include because this one is an octave. So there are 7 letters in this. So if we get rid of the 2 letters that are in question from one of these 2 groups, we're left with 5, which means that the other 2 letters do get lily pads, and that is 4th letter, which is D, and the 7th. Those do get lily pads because of the reasons why I just stated. Now in the major video, in the major pentatonic video, you noticed that 4 and 7 didn't get lily pads in that scale, but in this one they do. And that's because we're not using 4 and 7 as major, but we're using them as minor. So for those reasons, 4 and 7 are the ones that have lily pads. So now we got 2 and 3 and 5 and 6 left. Now we can circle either one or the other. But there is one information that we have neglected to include. Now, this is the minor relative to to a scale that we had in the previous video, which is C major. Now, because those two scales are essentially the same, we know that C has to get a lily pad because it is the major relative to the A minor. So which means that 3 gets a lily pad. So in other words, we know that 2 now cannot get a lily pad because this move is illegal. I really should use this because this 2 moves, this hop configuration is illegal. Now, we just need E or F. And how do we figure this one out? How do we figure out which one we do? Remember when I said that the frog also has to rely on information from the major relative? And how we use that to determine that if that certain information that was here. Now, in the major pentatonic video, I said that B did not get a lily pad. And it still holds true to this day. Now, between these two, one of these was the other note in the major video that I said did not get a lily pad. Now, to stay true to the game, we have to include one note in the lily pads because that's what we included with lily pads in the other video, and that would be the E note. So the E gets a lily pad because of the fact that E was the lily pad that we used in the major variation. So that means that F is the other one that does not. Now, we can use the same sentence structure to remember this for future minor pentatonic scales, and that is 2 and 6 do not get lily pads. In the major video, pentatonic video, we said that it was 4 and 7 that does not get lily pads. In this game, it's 2 and 6. So I hope that this helps you. This is the minor pentatonic video scale. And I will see you in the next video where I will be just doing whatever I'm going to be doing. And by the time this video comes up, hopefully either it has the first installment of Tu Eres Rey vocal tutorial has either come out or not. But for those who, if it does come out or when it's already there, you can watch it on my channel and do that as well. So I'm going to stop this here because I've repeated this information again. Because of you. All right, so I'm going to say goodbye. Hope to see you around in future videos. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. God bless you, and bye-bye. Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, hit a thumbs up, share this video with your friends, subscribe to my channel by following the circle in the middle, and you know what to do. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.